There we go, 40 minutes of messing around, and what a plate full of food. Look at that. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today, pan fried chicken, creamy bacon sauce, knock up a cornbread and some roasted maple carrots. So easy. Come on. In here, cornmeal. In here, flour, baking powder and some sugar. Let's have a mix in there. Now I want to be throwing some salt in there as well, actually, to counteract the sweetness, ignite our taste buds on our bread. So let's get our dry in there. Look, that's good enough. Bit of wet going on here. We've got some egg in there. We've got some buttermilk in there. We've got some butter in there. Now there's many ways to make cornbread, but this is just going to be a quick one to shove in there to eat with our creamy bacon dinner. Wet into dry. Now make sure you've got your oven on about 180. That's looking good there. If you want to chuck jalapenos in or anything like that, that's up to you. Right, we're using 8x8 tins today. I've lined this one already, and that's going to have our cornbread mixture in. Straight in there like that. That's ready to go. Carrots. These are baby carrots, and I've just cut them in half, to be quite honest. A little bit of olive oil in there. I'm using rosemary salt. There's a link on the channel if you want to make rosemary salt. Works absolutely fabulous on vegetables. A little bit of black pepper in there. And we're going to do a little bit of maple syrup. So let's just give that a quick turning over in there. A little bit of oil on everything. So we're going to have this lovely maple glaze on there. Doesn't need anything else, but you know, what about a little bit of butter in that pan? Okay, those two in the oven. Now they're in the oven together because they're going to take between 25 and 30 minutes to cook. On here, 2 chicken breasts. Now you can butterfly open if you want, but we're having the whole breast. A little bit of salt on there, a little bit of black pepper, and we're going to get this in a pan. Grab yourself a pan, get your pan on. Now it's a fairly quick recipe, this. Now you can hang about, or you could get on and cook it. In there, some olive oil. In there, some butter. Have a flame on, not too high. We are going to seal off the chicken in the pan, and then we're going to salt and pepper the other side. And when we flick it back again, we're going to put some garlic powder and some paprika on. So it's a nice steady cook in there with our chicken. Salt and pepper this side. What we'll do, we'll cook it, take it out, cover it in foil, and then return it when we cook the sauce. So we're going to flip it, and we'll flip it back again. Nice and steady. Come on, let's have it back over, and then we're going to flip it back again. Oh, this one doesn't want to flip over. Come on, naughty boy. Come on, let's have a bit on its side. Okay, back over again. Right, this time you want to go on there with a little bit of garlic powder. And a little bit of paprika, smoked paprika. Turn it over, rub it round, get a bit of colour on, and then turn it back again. All we're doing is putting that flavour on the outside. Try not to burn it. Back again. A little bit of flavour in the pan now as well. Okay, we want to be taking that chicken out of there. Beautiful. In there. And we're going to cover it with foil. Take a look in your pan, and all this gunge, this sticky black, brown stuff that's in here, that's come off the chicken, come off the powders, come off all of that, get rid of it. Okay, stop with this. It's flavour. That is not flavour. Now you're not going to get it all out of there, obviously, so don't stress about it, but you know, as long as we got some of it out. In there, onions and garlic. Now you could do this any which way round. You could throw your bacon in if you want, but I'm just going to take this rawness out of here, and I'm going to throw the bacon in here with this. In with your bacon bits or bacon chopped up. Start to give it a little cooking in there with those onions. Now this is smoked bacon, so it's going to give us a nice smoky flavour in here. So it's nice, it's steady. We just concentrate on this now while that does its thing in there. Getting a little bit of colour on this bacon, look. Just what we wanted. Now you can crispy it all up if you so wish. Some people like crispy bacon in this, you know. I just want bacon in it. Cooked bacon. That is looking good enough to me. Now I'm grabbing a few of those out of there. I want a few of those for garnish on top of our dish when we serve up. But you know, it's up to you, you don't have to. Okay, in there with some smoked paprika. Let's build up a sauce, eh? A little bit of pepper. Quick stir around. Oh, that's got some flavour in there. Look at that. In there, chicken stock. Just let it cook out a little bit in there. Okay, we want to be hitting that up with some cream. Obviously as much cream as you like. That's up to you. I think that's about enough for me. I want to be going in there with some Dijon mustard. So we want about a teaspoon heaped. Give that a little stir through. I think that's about enough. In there with some parmesan. A little stir in. Give that lush, cheesy flavour through there with that smokiness in that cream. Oh, look at that. Get our chicken. Nice little simmer in there. Nothing drastic on this one. It's going to start to thicken up nice and slowly. Season to taste. Give it a little taste. Oh, I ain't adding any seasoning. That is unbelievable. Just make sure nothing's catching on the bottom as this thickens slightly. So we are nearly ready to plate up. That's nearly done. I do not want to brown that cornbread. I want a nice golden on there. I want to show off the cornbread. We've got this cooked down quite nicely. That's a nice thick creamy bacon sauce to actually soak up with the cornbread. We've got a bit of garnish. I think we just need to put it together. I'm going to slice the chicken. We'll leave the sauce cooking and we'll just slice through the chicken. Well, we are just going to come through. Now I actually want some reasonable slices. I'm not going to go thin on this one. Let's take a peek. Look at that. Absolutely perfect cooked chicken. Look. Wet, juicy, fabulous. Okay, let's have our cornbread out of there. We lined it out so we can get it out. Look at that. So we're going to go straight through there. Whew, this thing is red hot. Let's cut a couple of squares there. Drop that down there like that so you can see. So we're going to go squares. You could have gone triangles if you wanted. That will do. Look at that. Whew, that's hot. There you go. That is our cornbread. Let's just bob that back in that tin out of the way. Okay, let's take our chicken on there. Just open it a little bit. When we drizzle it with sauce, the sauce is going to go through there. Now we want to be taking some of our sauce, our bacon bits, our sauce on there. Now this is not the bacon bits that we're going to garnish with. This is just going to put us a decent amount of sauce through the chicken and onto the plate. We want some of those wonderful roast carrots. And some cornbread. Come on. A little bit of extra garnish on the top. A little bit of our crispy pinky bacon. A little bit of parsley. And that is job done. Look at that. There we go. 40 minutes of messing around and what a plate full of food. Oh, I absolutely love roasted carrots with maple syrup. Our chicken. We know our chicken's cooked. We've just seen it as I cut it. But look at that. Oh, come on. Oh man. Absolutely popping with flavour. You've got that lovely smoky bacon through there with that cream, our onions, our garlic, that paprika. Oh man. And we've got our cornbread. Come on, in here. I'm gonna have to get some more sauce up. Oh, what a dinner. there you go, an absolutely fantastic, easy to cook meal to come together. Absolutely popping with flavour. A lot of flavour there. Delicious. You know, you've got the slight saltiness in there with the bacon. You've got the sweetness there with the carrots and the cornbread. It's a flavour combination that works really well. If you like what we're doing, don't forget, share with your friends. Tell them how easy it is to make a pan-fried chicken with a creamy bacon sauce, some maple syrup, roasted carrots and cornbread. What an easy dinner. And if you do like what we're doing, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. We'll catch you in the next video.